everybody, Martina here. Welcome back. Today is baking time. It is rhubarb time, so you can find rhubarb anywhere now, and every year I make rhubarb cookies. That's really all I do with rhubarb. I just make rhubarb cookies. I did dry some in the past and I have some rhubarb powder, which I don't use too often, but once in a while. And today I'm gonna share with you my rhubarb cookie recipe. Super easy. It's a little workout, so you use your hands when it's ready for mixing, because I make a huge batch. This batch will make probably over 40 cookies. So it's super easy to do. It's fun. It tastes fantastic. You have the sweet cookie and then those bursts of sour in between, and I love that. That's just fun. I freeze most of it, and whenever we're on the road, Mikey and I will have some rhubarb cookies. And I do this batch quite a few times until the rhubarb is almost gone, and so I have tons in the freezer for winter time, right? Little bit thinking ahead. So I'm gonna start my video and I tell you what I did. So first of all, I have flour here. I didn't want to use just 100% white flour, so I used 4 cups of white flour and 4 cups of chickpea flour, which you can buy everywhere now. It's so easy to find. Then I add some baking powder. Make sure when you buy baking powder it's the no aluminum baking powder. Regular cheap baking powder has stuff in it, so I don't want that. Then I add some spices. The first one is 1 teaspoon of cloves. Cloves, I don't even know what that means. That's a funny word, cloves. So there are cloves in it. It's ground up. Then I add some nutmeg. As I said before, this is a huge batch. You can easily split it in half if you don't want that much, and it will work out just fine. As always, I put all the ingredients on the bottom, and you just do it half, and that's good. Then I add some cinnamon to it. This is Ceylon cinnamon. I buy it from Splendor Garden online. And you use flax egg in there. Do it ahead of time, mix it up ahead of time, and don't forget to put it in. I forgot to put it in, and then I have to do it later when everything is mixed. Then I have to go in there again. So then I had some brown sugar. I make my brown sugar in a mixer, in a food processor, with just some molasses, organic molasses. Super easy to do. You don't have to buy brown sugar. You can mix it yourself. And then you can make it as strong or as light as you want. So I have those brown sugar, and I added a cup of white sugar. And when I mix this all up, all my dry ingredients, it will take a little bit time because I try to break up all the little lumps in there. Then I added 3 cups of nuts. These are walnuts. If you don't like walnuts, you can use pecans. They're a little bit milder in flavor. So first I added 1 cup, then you need 3, so I chop more. Twice actually. And raisins. if you don't like them, leave them out. You could probably do some chocolate chips, but that makes it even more sweeter, and I wouldn't do it. So now I add my applesauce, unsweetened applesauce, and now you need to or should add your flax egg to it, which I forgot. That's why it's standing there still in front of me and I didn't even notice it. Then I had chopped up rhubarb, it's very fine chopped up, and then the mixing starts, and that was a workout. So I started with the spoon, but it's not gonna work, so I used my hands. And you add water to it. First I added 1 cup, and then I added another half a cup a little bit later. So the dough will get super sticky. It's gonna be all over your hands, but don't worry about it. Leave it sticky. Don't put more flour in or anything. Just leave it the way it is. Because if you put more flour in, it's just getting dry, and then the cookie will be dry. So this way the outside is nice and crusty, and the inside it's still nice and soft. Make sure you don't have any jewelry on. You wash your hands, of course. Because if you have a ring on, you might never find it again. It will take a little bit time, so don't worry about it, just do it. It's worth it. So then I add my flax egg. So now I have to go in there again and mix it all up again. Whatever, it's no big deal. So I have my old baking sheet. I always line it because it looks so old and whatever. So now I put the cookies on my baking sheet. They're fairly large and they will spread out when they bake a little bit more. Spread them out with a spoon a little bit, and then they go in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit for 19 minutes. Oh, I have those cookies still in the freezer. Some in the freezer, some in the fridge, and now it's the weekend coming. Today it's Friday. I'm gonna take them to the market and eat them there. My little snackage in between. Yeah, in case you don't know, I do work at the farmer's market. I go there and sell my frozen meals. I do frozen, vegan, gluten-free meals. So you just use your spatula and you can slide under the cookies and lift them off fairly easily. I wouldn't try to lift them up with my hands, then they would probably break. And try to resist to eat them when they're still warm. So I just keep going and fill up I have 2 trays going, one is in, one is getting ready, and I just do it until it's all done. If you have children at home, you probably have to fight them off so they don't eat your cookies already, or you just give them a few and they love you forever. I don't know. So then I tried to make a nice picture, and that's sometimes so hard when you don't have a really good camera. But you see what I did and you know where it's going, right? I know you're gonna love these cookies. I have no doubt about it. I'm so glad that I can share it with you. Please try it out. Now it's the season, now it's the time for it. Let me know how you like them. Make some comments under the video. I really appreciate it so much. And next week I'm gonna show you in a video about a gluten-free veggie frittata muffin. I made a similar video like this in the past, and these ones they're just my favorite. I love them so much. So if you don't want to miss my video, please click the bell up there so you get notification every time I come out with my new video, and you're right there and you will see it, and so you're not gonna miss anything. I hope you love this video. Please put a thumbs up, and I'm gonna see you next week again. Have an awesome week. I'm so happy it's summer, well, almost summer, but we have summer temperatures. It's nice and we have to enjoy it as much as we can, right? So stay healthy and happy. See you next week. Until then, cheers.